And welcome back to Ourtown here on Chicago's Progressive Talk AM and FM. Mike Sanders, Julia Shu.
Good morning.
Good morning again, Julia. Now, our next guest is a returning friend. Who do we have on today?
We've got Kevin Gordon, the founder of Camp Kupugani.
Now, Camp Kupugani. Now, we're going to talk about this because he challenged me. And
It's an ongoing challenge.
I'm going to do my best to get out here and do it. Before we go any further, Kevin Gordon, welcome back to Ourtown.
Hello.
Hey. So, Kevin, how you been?
I'm doing very well. Just getting excited for another great camp summer.
All right.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, Kevin, what is, for the people who are not familiar, what is Camp Kupugani?
So we have Camp Kupugani. We have a multicultural summer camp for girls and for boys. We have 2 and 4 week sessions for girls only, and then also 1 week session for boys only. Oh, and we also have a mother-daughter weekend.
Oh,
Yeah, we've actually had mother-daughter. This is our third summer for a mother-daughter weekend, which is a great thing for them to connect with each other, connect with other moms. The girls connect with other girls, so it's nice.
So now you know what the next question is. Then, what is there going to be a father-son weekend?
Soon. Let's say, and hopefully in the next year or two we'll have because first we want to get the boys program situated, and then enact the father-son.
And how's the boys program working out?
It's looking very well. We're limiting it to 25 campers. So we had our pilot 2 years ago, and this is the first full week session. And we're already about half full. Because I'm a half full person, so we're half full.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, again, we're joined by Kevin Gordon. He's executive director and founder of Camp Kupugani. Now, Camp Kupugani, you say it's multicultural camp. What makes it multicultural?
Exactly. Well, we're intentionally diverse about the kids that we recruit to come to camp. So there's campers from all different cultures, different backgrounds, different states, different countries, and they're able to come together in a. We think of it as a empowerment program disguised as a summer camp. So as far as the kids know, they're just having fun, making friends, but meanwhile they're leaving with these great tools, communication skills, and able to interact with a wide variety of people. So it's really nice.
And how many kids do you normally take in at a session?
Our girls is limited between 40 and 50 per session, and then our boys is limited to 25.
Okay. And do you have to submit like an application? How do you guarantee diversity within a group?
It's a lot of intentionality about just putting the word out to different places, and then also a lot of it is we build it so they will come sort of thing.
Okay.
So at this point, if you look on our website, there's kids of all different backgrounds. So people who are attracted to that or looking for that for their kids are attracted to it. So it just sort of more or less sometimes organically just works out, but then sometimes we intentionally go to different places so that we can kind of guarantee that we're getting a diverse group of kids.
Okay.
And what is the age group for campers?
They're from ages 7 to 15, so 7 is our youngest and 15 the oldest.
Okay, and you started Camp Kupugani, why?
Well, I'd been involved in camping from when I was in college, which was about 22 years ago.
That's when they invented fire. Back then, way back.
We had color TV back in the day.
Yeah.
But they, as I got involved in camp, I noticed that there were certain camps that they were either an all Jewish camp or an all Christian camp or all this or all that, and there was never any diversity. There was never any mixing. Or if there was, it would be an unintentional thing where sometimes that could be worse. Because then that's where sometimes in schools you have here's the black table, here's the white table, here's the Asian table. So we intentionally set out to have an intentionally multicultural camp where we would, program it so that we're making sure we're having meaningful interaction so that they can get beyond stereotypes and look really into people that they want to be their friends for reasons beyond that.
Okay.
And since it's a multicultural camp, do the boys and girls kind of talk about their different cultures at all?
Yeah, we have some activities. So a lot of it, so I'd say maybe about half of it is just having them interact in fun in different ways, and probably maybe a third to a quarter to a third of it having intentional activities where you get to explore identity, so that by the end of the session you're appreciating and celebrating yourself for however you want to either identify or not identify yourself, and also appreciating others for whatever they're choosing to bring to the table.
Focusing more on the fun and not so much the heavy.
It's kind of, I think of it as, vegetables swimming in butter.
Okay.
So that they're getting all the nutrients. And delicious.
So hungry.
Really.
That's awesome. Again, we're joined with Kevin Gordon. He's the founder of Camp Kupugani. Now, do you live at camp?
We do. My wife and 5-year-old son. We live there year round, so it's very different when there's no one at camp. It's very quiet, and then once they come to camp, it's full of energy and excitement. So it's two sides of an interesting coin.
Well, again, we're joined with Kevin Gordon. He's the founder of Camp Kupugani. Now, with this, the bonding that happens and the stir fry, you got me thinking about food. Or you said the vegetables floating in butter. What variety of bears attack campers at Camp Kupugani?
Fortunately, we have a bear-free campus, so no lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Do you ever trick the campers and tell them that there's bears out there? Is that fun for you?
Back in the day, you used to tell horror stories, and whatnot, but now we limit it to showing off the deer and the wild turkeys and the pheasants.
Mike, just because you would do that.
I would do that. So. Now,
we should not accept your staff application to work with.
No wonder I keep getting rejected. That's crazy. Kevin Gordon, Camp Kupugani, he's the founder. But there's a ton of things to do when you're out at camp. Tell me, for the people who are listening, maybe they're considering sending their kid off to Camp Kupugani, what are some of the amenities out there?
Well, in addition to the kind of the mindful programming, we have a lot of what we call camptivities, where they're able to challenge themselves physically, so that we try to have each camper do something that they didn't think they could do before camp. And then they, when they do it, they get that gleam in their eyes, and they're all fulfilled and excited. So we have, we have rock climbing on natural limestone cliffs. We have crate stacking, which certain, radio personalities have claimed that they want to do.
Well, we'll get into the exact numbers of how many crates I'm going to climb in just a minute. You finish.
We have swimming, we have a pool and a lake. We do. We do dam jumping, river walking. There's a lot of kind of rich variety of kind of fun, kind of close to the earth, kind of natural type activities. So mud volleyball is always a hit.
Mud volleyball.
Ooh.
All right.
That sounds like fun.
Now, what about the mud crate stacking? Any of that?
And we haven't initiated the mud crate stacking, but we do have the straight up crate stacking.
Okay, I like an extra challenge.
I believe the record is 24. So
that's bigger than
24. Okay.
24 crates. And now with crate stacking, because this is where you and I are always talking, because you stack a crate, and then you climb a crate, and you put another crate, and then you climb the crate, and you just keep stacking it up until you can no longer hold your balance, correct?
Right, and it gets very wobbly even after about 5 crates, because the camp record is 24, but my personal record is 7.
So I think we mentioned this last time, because I mean you run a great camp, and it seems like a lot of fun, but it seems like a lot of kids would get hurt, climbing up 24 crates, and then you laugh as they fall down.
Fortunately, we belay, and intentionally they're belayed.
Oh, good.
So that even if once they lose the crates, they get to.
They're safely harnessed.
Exactly. And they get to strike a superwoman pose or a Superman pose.
They get to fly a little.
Gently down to the ground.
I'm just kidding, of course. So it's all safe. It's all confidence building. You said you had a rock wall too.
Right. Yeah. That accomplishes a lot of the same thing as the as crate stacking, because everyone knows how to climb, and that's pretty instinctive. Look, you can climb up anything, but especially with rock climbing, as you're belayed and coming down safely, you have to build the trust so that you can lean back, out over behind and be belayed safely down. So it becomes a very exciting trust building thing for a lot of kids.
Well, it always sounds like a lot of fun. Kevin Gordon, he's joining us today. He's the founder of Camp Kupugani. Now, I'm desperately trying, because I have a really booked schedule. That's not a cop out. It's the truth. But I really want to get out there, because I think I can beat 24.
If even if you can't, we can. They do wonders with Photoshop.
This is
other editing tools.
This is exactly how I was gonna go that route. See, so, as long as I show up, it's my word versus yours. How many crates I did. So, what's the website for Camp Kupugani?
Kupugani.com. So it's KUPUGANI.com. Or if that's a spelling challenge, it's also multiculturalcamp.com.
Multiculturalcamp.com or Kupugani.com.
Correct.
All right. So, anything else before we get out of here?
No, we're just excited and looking forward to another fantastic summer full of fun.
All right, you got a boys program, there's a girls program, there's a program for mothers and daughters, and hopefully upcoming one day, a program for fathers and sons too.
Exactly.
There you go. Something for everybody. Camp Kupugani, check it out, campkupugani.com or multiculturalcamp.com. Again, join with Kevin Gordon, friends of the show. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Take care.
All right, that's it for the show. Remember, May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. There's no shame in getting treatment. You should, in fact. It's stronger to actually ask for help than to pretend that you don't need it. The Mike Novak Show is next. We'll catch you here next time on Ourtown.